It is May, and early May, and it's still chilly.
Yes.
It's been really odd again. So second year in a row we had late frost into April, and here we are in May, and it's, you know, 50, 55 degrees in the morning. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
May, that's an important month. Why?
Fertilizing.
So you had a helper this week.
Yeah, Gayla came to help me, thank you. We got the grapevines all fertilized, and we started up in the front and got loquats and some of the citrus.
So these are evergreens that you refer to. Well, I guess the grapevines are not evergreens, but they're very strong growers. So what do we use as a fertilizer for our evergreens and our grapevines?
We use composted chicken manure.
So you guys will see us cleaning the pins out in the mornings, and we let that age for a while. So usually it's aged for several months, and then we apply that to our evergreens.
Yes.
So we still got more to do though, fertilizing
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah.
And when I say we, I mean mainly you.
Thanks.
But fertilizing is not what we're talking about today, because today we are going to be doing a harvest of something right behind us. All right, so you guys have been watching us do a harvest off of our Primark blackberries. Now, we've tried several different varieties here in the desert, and we found that this is by far the most productive blackberry forest here. So we've pretty much given up on the rest of the varieties. This is our go-to just because of that production. Now, what I want to do, I really want to encourage you guys to watch a video. I'm going to link it for you right here. This is actually a shot of these beds 4 years ago as we were setting them up. Now, I caught a lot of flack for that video. Most of it you guys didn't see or hear about, but everybody was basically telling me that nothing would grow there. Apparently it does. And what I want to talk about specifically is why you're seeing this massive growth and production here on these vines. So we're here in our berry cane patch. This is where we have some blackberries. We had planted a specific variety that we've decided to actually remove and are challenged with that. And that's actually what I want to show you guys. Hi, Cleo. How are you, girl? You want to tell everybody how this works? So this area that you see here is completely covered in wood chips. We had our first round of pigs in this area here a few years ago. We came back through, planted sorghum, pushed that down, and put a nice big pile of wood chips on it. We've since been planting sorghum, berries, cantaloupe, squash. We've got peppers in here now. We've got some different types of melons. And we have a lot of this unknown variety of blackberry that we're actually now trying to control. So what you see here is some type of thorned blackberry. Now, we're actually trying to get rid of this, and it's an interesting challenge here in the desert because we keep this area completely moist. It's covered in wood chips, and these rhizomes that you're seeing here from this particular blackberry is the reason that we're getting so much production on our Primarks. Because see, this is actually how it spreads and how it grows and makes a healthy plant. So now, as a child, I went from Southern California to Southern Oregon to visit family, and these are invasive. They're everywhere, especially along the riverbanks. And it's always a challenge because of how they replicate through these rhizomes. Now, here in the desert, we don't have it as much of a challenge. It's actually a benefit because we control where the water and the moisture is. And if you have wood chips on the ground, it's very easy for these to spread underneath the wood chips where you have all that moisture. So the key for us here in Arizona for planting blackberries and getting success, make sure that you have a nice heavy wood chip layer or some type of mulch that these rhizomes can go underneath, continue to spread, and give you incredible blackberry production. Hey, Theo. What's your thought on these blackberries?
On the Primark?
Yeah.
They're fantastic, especially fully ripe.
Yes.
Because when you get them fully ripe, there's really no tart. The only thing I obviously don't like about blackberries, I like mulberries better, is the seeds.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of the things I can tell you when it comes to fruit wines though,
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
Blackberry
it's your favorite.
wine. Oh, it's my favorite by far. So we'll have to make sure we get a video on that. I think we're going to change up how we do wines this year. We're going to cut back a lot on the sugar because we need to. And we are going to cut back on the alcohol content. So, but more on that. I'll tell you, you can see the blackberry behind me here. I'm really, truly impressed with how well these are doing for us.
Oh my goodness.
You know, we've got the new canes coming up this year, which are going to be next year's production. And these canes are massive. I got a shot, so I'm 5'10", so I'm under 6 feet. And these things, I can't reach the top by completely stretching out my hand. So they've got to be, what, 7 feet tall, right? And all over and throughout these beds, it's amazing. And one other thing we didn't mention when it comes to blackberries, people ask us all the time about irrigation. They do well on drip irrigation without much, right?
Yeah.
Once a week. And then these get a lot more, and both of them do well.
Yeah.
So they can take a lot of irrigation and they can take a lot less. So truly an amazing variety for us here. And definitely one, if you want blackberries, this is your guy. Well, you're not one. The one behind Lori. So just want to thank you for joining us today. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. We cover a lot of things here on this newly established functioning farm and would love to see you on a regular basis. If you have any questions or comments, those go where?
In the comment section down below.
And our Amazon shop, I'll leave a link down in the description. That's a free, painless way to help support the channel. If you start with the link down below, it doesn't matter what you buy, you help to support us here. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere,
So can you.
All right, let's get to work, baby. Is that a snake right there?
Where?
Right here. Oh, no. It's not a snake. It's a willow. What are you doing in there, girl?
Oh my goodness. That's my hand. That's my hand, girl.
I grew up going to Southern California for a couple weeks. Not Southern California.
I was like Southern California.
I'm from Southern California. Coffee Dwayne.